Alright guys, let's do a question and answer walk on the beach with my favorite horse. Hey, let's go riding on my horse. Yeah. I actually had to record a different intro because you see that? It's too good not to, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, and let's look at this sunset. It is beautiful. And I just have to soak it in because this is difficult for me to be out here. This kind of beauty. This is my favorite time of the day when it's this blue with a little bit of color as well. Well, the color I like a lot. I wish there was more color. But this twilight time of the day is my favorite. And with buildings like this, lit up beautifully, but the Airstream is like a little bit further away and I feel like I go get it and it's gonna be gone and I really need to do this video. So, and I've got a clip for you from beforehand. No, I don't know. Let's try again. So, question and answer time. Because I ask a lot of questions because I want to be connected with you guys. So, it's time for me to answer a couple questions because I spent the whole day working on pictures in the Airstream and it was just I needed to get out. I needed to get out. I don't care if it's cold outside. I just need to feel the fresh air. It's beautiful. I'm in Staten Island. It's getting dark, and so this may be grainy, but it's just too cool of an experience, and I'm sure you're all right with it because it's cool. It's neat, and you guys need to want to see it, right? I hope I have HDR on so you can see that behind me. The bridge, the everything. This is like literally a 1-minute walk from my Airstream. And I'm retarded because I've stayed here how many days now and not been here? And I stayed here last year, and the guy that invited me, I don't know why he hasn't mentioned how great this is. I love him because, I mean, parking in New York City, that's not easy. Even if I have to take a 20-minute bus ride to the ferry and then take the ferry, a 20-30 minute ferry ride into town, and then a 20-30 minute metro ride into whatever place I'm going, and then a 20-minute walk or whatever. So it's not super convenient, but nowhere with my Airstream would be super convenient, I don't think. And it's just been super great. And I have a clip of the Airstream, so I'm gonna throw that part in at least. And I have some thoughts to say about some of the questions that I looked up. Well, one of them was where to send maps. Because I mentioned, hey, I want maps, but I want them to be connected to you guys. I want you to send a map that's something that's with maybe where you're from, where you've gone, what's personal to you, connection, and especially if we meet up, I want to have you like sign it or something like that. Sign your map, not the Airstream itself, because one day, I'm not going to have it for the rest of my life. One day I'm going to have to sign it or something. Or I'm going to have to sell it or something like that. All right. Next question is, and the maps, where to send them. I don't know. Do you guys have suggestions? Do you guys know anything about P.O. boxes? Or is there any friends in Utah watching that say, hey, you can send them to our house. We'll give you the email or the address to send them to. So, also, I met up with some kids. So we're going to throw that footage in right about with some cool type thing, right?
Are you vlogging?
Yeah, I'm vlogging. Yeah.
Cool. What's your YouTube name?
Jarvie Digital. And he's like, are you vlogging? I'm like, yeah, I am. That's cool. Look, so I invited them over to come be in it. So they watch a few vloggers, right? Who?
Yeah.
Plank versus Plank.
Yeah, and Ty Moss, and I watch Shay Tart. Yeah.
And I just told him Shay is in town to do the marathon. I was with him yesterday.
Cool.
So.
He's camera shy. But usually when we record, we have like a gaming channel, so we do
cool.
vlogs and stuff, and he's like normal, but like when he's like with other people, he's camera.
All right, what's your names?
My name's Dino. My name's Justin.
Okay, so look up Jarvie and then comment and say I was the one in the video.
Alright, that's cool.
Right.
Nice
Cool.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Are you vlogging? And I was like, yeah. And it was kind of funny. I haven't been vlogging for too long, but maybe a question in your mind is like, how long is this going? I've done it every day for almost a month. I need to double check, but it's been close to a month now. And I'm like, this is good. I like this. And doing it on the phone and in the style I can do it, I can do my job, the things that I have to do, these photographs, my editing. And this is just like getting me out to walk on the beach, to run up the sand dunes, to look at the bridge. That's what that is. To see the people walking their dog and see the awesome sunset and to put it into focus. Come on, there we go. Okay, I hear this area had some hard times during Sandy, which is too bad. That sucks. But my friend's house didn't get hurt too bad, from what I hear. I don't know. Okay, so back to the questions. Yeah, it gets me out to do these questions. It gets me out and about, walk and whatever. Okay, the point is, I'm happy to do them. And I'm happy to do these vlogs. In the vlogs, let's say, I'm going to say this. The vlogs are I love them. I watch them myself, but it's like reliving memories, and I don't have a great memory at all. So doing these is a pleasure for myself. Let's say 51% for me, and then the 49 is to entertain, and it's to connect with people, and it's to lighten up your life. That's what it's for as well. So hopefully it lightens up both of our lives. Speaking of light, holy bright, I'm not going to be able to see after I do this video, so excuse me if I don't look directly into the lens. But we need to do a few more questions, because this is a question answer video, even though it's become more of a like, hey, there's a horse, there's a beach, there's a cool place, and where's Jarvie? Staten Island. And yeah, that was a freebie. I answered the where is Jarvie. Speaking of questions, I will continue to look for more cool questions, and in the YouTube, I can do a search. I can search for hashtag Jarvie question. Spelled exact, because it doesn't just give me, it has to be exact. Okay. Derek, remember when I asked a question and said, where would you guys want to get married? And Derek was like, well, where would you, Jarvie, like to photograph a wedding? Well, my typical answer is, being LDS, being Mormon, I love photographing weddings at Mormon temples. And I know photographers out there, they're like, oh my gosh, it's hard because you can't go inside and photograph the actual ceremony, blah, blah, blah. But it just means so much to me. And I'm doing a book about Mormon temples, as well as the other faiths, that's what I like. So the answer is Rome, Italy. The Rome, Italy temple. That's where I would want to go. The Swiss temple, the Australia, because these mean I get to go to far off fun places. That's where I want to go do weddings. Otherwise, maybe you were looking for an answer like, yes, I would definitely like to go and photograph weddings like up in the Tetons or in Zion National Park or somewhere else exotic. Some outside cool place weddings, maybe like an adventure of some sorts. Man, it's hard to read. I've got so many, I can't see my screen now. I've been blinded. So let's look for some of the others. Photography questions. Yeah, you guys can ask photography questions. However, this video, remember, it's for me and to entertain. It's not a photography instructional video. Like, I'll do some of those. I use my channel to put up some photography type videos, but the daily updates, the where is Jarvie stuff, the vlogs, the photo enhanced vlogs, they're not for photographers. So I've just got to lay that down there. So when you guys are like, do an instructional or do this and that, it's like, sure. But my choosing, and I've taught a lot of photography in the past. I've done classes, I've had a lot of interns, like, I don't know, close to 20. And I have helped some photographers get really good and make a living at photography, partly because of the instruction and stuff that I've given. So yeah, I feel like I'm good at teaching, but where I feel most fulfilled and most beneficial to others is in like a more closely connected one-on-one, what I'm calling a mentorship type system. And I'm doing that using Patreon. And it's a very low price when you consider like workshops for wedding workshops and portrait workshops, stuff like that can be between $500 and $1,000 just for one person for one day. Yeah, I know it's a lot of money, So the mentorship, you know, actually kind of seems like a good deal to me at like $14 a month. And I know it's not as involved, but over time, you know, you get all your questions answered, and I'm doing videos, and I will be taking questions, photographer-esque questions. Sorry, I was just thinking how it's getting windy up here. Sorry about that. And you're probably annoyed by that, and this is supposed to be a question and answer, so you need better audio. So let's see if we go over here, and I'm just continuing to talk because now I'm in the mood to talk. This is like the second or third take. Okay, and I'm walking at a beach, so I feel like I'm drunk, and I'm giving a lot of asides. Will you show us more places where your Airstream is parked? Yes, let's just roll that footage. I bet you don't know where I'm at. Where is Jarvie? Just kidding. You know where I'm at. I'm home. Look, home over there. Home is where the Airstream is. Okay, someone asked me to show more often where I end up parking the Airstream. And this is one of the more impressive spots because we are in New York City, essentially. New York City's weird because I'm actually in like Staten Island. And if I wanted to go down and meet up with people in like Manhattan, it's a long trip. The bus stop is luckily just right there. So that makes it nice for me. And so like there are questions that are photography questions that are Jarvie questions, like what kind of computer setup do you have? Yeah, it's a photography question, but it's a very much a Jarvie question because it pertains to my living and my experience and stuff like that. So I built myself a PC, a brand new top-of-the-line PC a year ago when I first got out on the road. And it's a really cool PC, and it's actually kind of smaller, a smaller box. It's not a, you know, tiny little thing. It's full power with like the top-of-the-line video card, tons of memory and all that stuff. Yeah, so it's been really good for me, and I got two 27-inch monitors, great. You'll probably see them in vlogs, or I may have some vlogs with them in there, the monitors at least. You don't see the computer as well because it's kind of tucked back inside. All right, another question. Did you have a polarizer on for those morning photos? And that was by Peter. And he knows where he asked that. And yes, I almost always have a polarizer on, especially in the mornings, because in the midday, polarizers lose their ability to make sky as blue as they did mornings and like at this time of the night or something like that. So typically, yes, around water and mornings and stuff like that, or when it's green out, lots of vegetation, polarizers work really well. So there's your little photo thing. So, and those are the types of questions I want to hear a bunch more, and I will expound more on YouTube videos, and I'll maybe do several short videos about those types of questions over on, I'll mention it to the people that are mentors or that are doing the mentorship program on Patreon. And I say, okay, everyone send in one question and let's do a big, 15 questions. And some of them maybe I'll just answer written, and then maybe some of them I'll do their own video, and the rest I'll do all in a big bunch. But you'll see that sort of stuff coming up a little bit more and more. All right, what's your biggest challenge you've faced so far during your adventure around America? That's going to be the hardest question. I think the challenge, sometimes it's let's say this, driving through the night, driving to get to locations where I want to do sunrise, and sometimes I'm close and I can't quite get there. Sometimes I just have to push through and I finally get there. But it's tough, it really is, and a lot of times I have failed, and a lot of times my alarm just couldn't get me up, and sometimes I hit the snooze and I couldn't get up, and it's really tough driving through the night in general. And it would be easier if there was someone else to help drive, but I've been making do, and I've gotten up for like 200 sunrises. Sometimes it's not where I need it to be. Sometimes it's like 100. I've fallen like 200 miles short. So I like that question. That was good. What lighting are you using when you're recording these videos? Or is it light from your monitors? Jared was asking that because of the videos I did when I was in the Airstream, which I'll still do more of those. But the light that I had there was, what was it? It was an LED panel, not just the monitors. Here it's a little LED on my cell phone, which obviously, oh, there's a cop there pointing his lights at me. So now we got two. So let's keep it on. Maybe we'll keep it on. Oh, he's not going to come say hi. Are you there to photograph Shay at the marathon on Sunday? So I wanted to bring up that question because it's obvious from yesterday you saw the video. So sometimes I get questions like that where it's just like, you know what? Tomorrow I'm filming the marathon. They're going to see the answer anyway. So if I don't answer all the questions, then sometimes there's a reason. And sometimes I just don't get them all. But I've been answering quite a few. And a lot of them, I just like reading a lot of the comments too. So it doesn't have to be questions. And when you do ask a question, remember, hashtag Jarvie question. And you can put those on YouTube because that's where I'll do my searches when I want to do these videos. Or put them on Instagram and I'll do the search and look at the questions and add a few in there as well. Put them Instagram or YouTube are fine. Okay. Is the shower working? Elodie asked. Yes, the shower does work, but I try to park in places where there is a shower because better water pressure and more water, more convenient. It's nicer. I like long, hot showers. Okay, and another question. Oops, I've answered a lot. How are the Sigma lenses working out? Interested in your impressions. And that was another question I wanted to bring up because that's what the type of question that people have asked a few times. And if I haven't answered, it's probably because I'm planning on doing a whole video about it and not just in a small segment like this. And then Josh B asked, what is the coolest costume you saw? Because I asked what costume you guys, it works, I'm in Jersey, costume, right? I asked what kind of costumes you guys are doing for Halloween or what kind of costumes you saw that were cool. So the coolest one that I saw was this guy had on an ape costume. And then, well, it's a big ape and he was inside the cage. So he made it look like the ape was carrying a cage with a human in it, a small little human. So, and he was the guy inside of it. So one of those like illusion-esque type things. It was pretty cool. So I wonder if this beach, they don't allow people after dark because the cops wandering around to see if there's other people. All right, I will continue to show you more places where the Airstream is. I will continue to answer more questions and I will do more, you know, photography. Well, I will do the questions that pertain to my life. And, oh, a very popular question on Instagram is, hey, will you look at my photography? Yeah, I'll look at your photography. I do. I look at a lot of people's Instagrams, but I don't comment all the time. I look at a ton. And so I usually go in and I'll like, and a lot of people, if you've come from Instagram, you'll probably notice that a lot of people are like, thanks for liking, and I look at a lot of pictures. I'll give you some keys. I'll give you some keys for those that have come over from Instagram wanting to know. I go in and I look for like a picture that appeals to me. Now, most of you aren't photographers, I know that. But I want to go in and go like, I like that picture, or I like that location, or it's nice seeing you. And so I'll do that on one or two pictures. Just say, hey, I visited, I know you're there, keep commenting. And who do I go look at? I do actually go and look to see who the first person was to like or comment. Most of you are private, which is fine. Continue to do that. And so I just kind of look for one until I find a non-private one and go, hey, saw it. I also interact with the people that interact with me. Let's head back to my Airstream. Oh, joy. This question and answer is kind of long, right? I'm long-winded to begin with. And now that I'm blind, I can't see where I'm walking. And it's dark out here already. So let's go back to the Airstream. No, I mean like, I love all the comments, but I love when you guys actually do a comment that's like interacting with me or saying something creative, like a compliment that's creative, or just being, you know, you guys love, you say a lot of comments and say, I love that you're being real and you seem genuine and stuff like that. Well, you know, be genuine with me, be real these days. Well, and then I also go and check out the Wish Jarvie was here hashtag, and I look at all those pictures. I do them in bunches though, so if you're wondering. And I'm not saying that that may not change. I haven't used Instagram like for reels for very long. We're talking like 4-5 months maybe. So I use a lot now, and I'm using YouTube a lot now too. So getting used to both of those things. So I think that is all the questions. If you have any more, I'll do another one, especially if I do an all-day editing type thing. And now we're gonna roll some footage of my fans. If I haven't already rolled it, I don't know. We're gonna edit this on the phone. And if you're asking what kind of phone, it's a Note 4, and it's been awesome. And the quality has been pretty good, and I've been able, I don't know, I can talk your ear off about why. And those are things I would love to talk about because it's my life right now. So it's not even photography, it's video, it's vlogging. And that's what we're doing here on YouTube. So let's chat vlogging, right? You guys do a vlog? That's what I want to know. And the last kind of more sentimental thing, I think, is this vlogging thing is really, well, I've already mentioned this before. I felt more connected with you guys, with people in general, as I travel around. I feel like I'm excited to read the comments each day and go do fun things, to go and share the fun things with you guys. And the other sentimental thing, what was it? It was so sentimental I forgot. Maybe I'm just pulling things out now. No, it was good. It was good. I don't know. I just look forward to hearing what you guys have to say. I hope you enjoyed getting totally dark on me. Okay, we made it back to the Airstream, so this was parked. But I got some footage when it was daylight. And because you asked the question, there's the computer. And there's my mouse, my keyboard. The computer is down there. And that's the computer. And there you go. More than you ever wanted to know, right? Time to reassume the position here at the editing station. Wait for my eyes to heal from all that bright, blinding light. And get back to editing. Sadly, I did not make any plans today. I thought something would come up, but nothing did. And I started editing, and I was just like, I just need to edit. And I was thinking, I'll just do something later, and later never came, and nothing ever happened. It is a little sad. I'm not going to say, no, my life is totally perfect, but I did enjoy having that walk on the beach, and it livened up my day doing this vlog. It was kind of like down. It's like, I do need to edit. It's hard work, and I've got to do my work. But sometimes you're just like, man, I spent all day in front of the computer. And the rest of the days I had fun things to do, and today wasn't like that. Well, I got to walk on the beach. That was fun. And I did it without taking... Well, I took a picture with my camera, my cell phone, but without a camera. That's like a major accomplishment for me. I think we should all applaud. That's me applauding. And I'm going to go to dinner with Hassan, I think. All right. Thanks.